Welcome back to the channel. My name is Tefty.
And I'm Meems.
And today we're talking about our new Synthwave album that we released a couple weeks ago, right?
So fun. It's such a fun project to do.
Also, it's been a while since you've been on like a talking video on the channel, right?
It's been a while. I mean, like, I love this. I love talking with you guys. But yeah, I've just been behind the curtains doing my songwriting thing.
A lot of writing.
A lot of writing.
One thing that we did on this album is focus a lot on this synth, this keyboard right here, the Cobalt 5S. So the majority of the sounds actually came from the Cobalt, which was, I don't know if it was intentional. I think what happened was we got this keyboard, you liked it.
Oh, I loved it,
right?
Yeah.
I liked it, the sounds, right? And then we're like, we should write another Synthwave album. And it started out as like, let's try to do like an hour's worth of music, right?
Yeah, we were aiming for that. We were hoping for it. And I think this time around we wanted to focus more on upbeat stuff, or we just happened to write more upbeat.
Yeah, we just like ended up focusing on more upbeat tracks for this.
I mean, there were a few ones that were kind of mid-tempo, chill too as well. But,
yeah, but very different from our ambient stuff, which is usually very down-tempo, very like almost non-tempo type of stuff. Yeah. So we were kind of like, let's do like an opposite type of thing. But yeah, it started out as like, let's do an hour's worth of music, and then we realized that we bit off too much. It was a little too much work to do that within a couple months. So we had to prune it down. And actually the process, right? Like
we started, or at least I started writing on the MPC Live in August, mid-August or something like that. And I had about 10 or so.
Yeah, I wrote 10 beats. Meems wrote 10 beats.
Yeah.
Roughly. I think it was
roughly.
like, 11 or 12, something like that each.
Well, let's just say 10.
Yeah, so we had like a collection of 20 beats that we had selected, and then those ended up one by one kind of getting pruned down until ultimately we just had 10 left over.
I know. So. We were like, ooh, we got 20.
Yeah,
that's an hour's worth, right?
Yeah. We started getting realistic about like how much we were going to be able to finish within a release window, because we definitely wanted it done before the end of the year. So
yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Yes. Obviously, the album's out on Bandcamp, Spotify. If you guys want to check it out.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun having 2 sets of beats essentially, and then figuring out which ones we wanted to keep on there. And then again, they became more songs, so like we ended up putting more time into actually writing.
Yeah. What we thought, like you said, would be more instrumental with some vocal lines.
Yeah.
Turned out to be.
Ended up becoming full songs, which is totally fine. You know, we're used to songwriting, production, and all that. And the other thing too is we kind of went back to more of a traditional writing with our process, because since starting YouTube or getting more serious about posting YouTube content, we've included more production, like in addition to the actual writing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like we set up cameras, lighting, like you kind of have to make sure things
get ready, make sure you're prepared.
Yeah, you like do a lot of preparation just to like do some writing in front of a camera. So we turned all that off because we were like, if we were gonna do 20 something tracks, right? Like we weren't gonna be able to record everything in every detail. It just wasn't gonna be possible. So on the flip side, we unfortunately don't have visuals or content for all the stuff that we wrote for the album.
No, for the future. For future albums.
Yeah. But it's just one of those things. It's like, it's a trade-off. You end up making terabytes worth of data video if you record everything, and then you have to like think about how it all syncs up. So there's a lot more process involved if you do a lot of video production with it. So we did not do that, and that's why we don't have a bunch of behind-the-scenes content for it.
I wish we did, but it's okay.
So like I said, the Cobalt 5S was the main synth involved. It like did 90% of the sounds. Now, obviously we have a bunch of synthesizers, so it wasn't that we can only use the Cobalt or anything like that, but it just, sometimes you get inspired by a synth and you want to run with it. And I think that happens quite a bit to us. Like we'll be like,
just got inspired.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when you were playing around with it with chords and like, ooh, that's good. Something comes out of it.
Yeah, exactly. Like instruments have that effect. We have particular guitars that have certain songs in them that we hear when we just play a chord or something.
It's that tone, even if it's just as simple as a C chord.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. So yeah, for the production process, we used Ableton Live for all the details. And what I did was I imported your beats from the MPC Live, because you use like OPX4.
I used OPX4, Fabric, Hype.
Right. Yeah.
Those are the main ones.
Yeah, the main synths inside the MPC platform, yeah. So it was actually really cool to be able to take your beats, bring them into Ableton, load up the plugin of the MPC Live or the MPC platform, and then just kind of piece out certain synths, you know, and then rewrite lines in the Cobalt. Yeah.
Put more stuff on it. Yeah.
Yeah. Fill out the beat and do some other stuff. And you had recorded like a melody line or like a vocal melody on your phone, right?
When I like the beat and I have something that I want to put down.
Yeah, like an idea, a melody, right? Yeah. See, I think that's what's really cool about the MPC Live, because you basically had like a satellite station in another room, or you could move the MPC Live if you want.
That's what I love about it.
Yeah, and then you just like,
portable.
You want to show me a beat and you just turn on the speakers and I can hear the beat, and then you can record like an idea to your phone. Like, I think that's a really cool workflow, you know? If you're not inside your main studio, you know? So yeah, we took those beats, brought them into Ableton, redid some stuff, kind of reshaped it. And then for me, it was kind of a similar process, because I still used the MPC platform, but I used the software plugin to write the beats in there. And then, oh yeah, for the drums, the Syntaktical Expressions expansion pack that we released in August was all the drums for the album. So
that's really cool.
Yeah, same process. Like you use those drums, I use those drums.
Yes.
And then basically, you know, adjusted them accordingly for the mix and all that. So we use those, Cobalt 5S for 90% of the sounds, and that's basically the album, right? We use a lot of vocoding in your voice, right?
Get that 80s vibe feel.
Yeah. Little 80s nostalgia. You know, I even think the writing is very 80s nostalgia, right?
I like 80s, maybe 90s.
80s pop, 90s pop, yeah.
Definitely poppy. Yeah. This one.
Yeah, but it's fun. It's like a throwback to go write stuff like that. Right?
Yeah.
So for the mixing process, we did actually upgrade our studio monitors to the Kali Audio IN5 three-way powered studio monitors. And I gotta say, they are awesome. Really, really pleased with them. So one thing is our studio isn't really acoustically treated. So we've largely relied on headphones in the past, which, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. I think headphones are great. As long as you're aware of the frequency response, you can get great mixes out of headphones. But in this particular case, we did rely on these new Kali speakers quite a bit for this. And it was really awesome. So I'm very pleased with the Kali Audio setup. We used the subwoofer as well.
It sounds so good coming throughout. You can really hear and get focused on like what's coming out too.
Yeah, the sound stage and all that, it's like really detailed. I was very surprised actually, because we were actually looking at those Atom speakers, which are more expensive. But then I got recommended the Kali Audio, and I took a chance, and they're cheaper too. Like, they're not crazy expensive for monitors. So really good stuff. Recommend it. You know, we use Zounds because they're awesome. So
yes, they are.
If you are interested in some really awesome three-way speakers, the Kali Audio is great. Highly recommend. Yeah, with the mixing process, it was pretty straightforward. We do have a hybrid setup, so we do send stuff out to various analog compressors and EQs, and then have a analog summing bus with the Burl Audio. Yeah, that's pretty much the glimpse into the production process for this album. We had a lot of fun writing it. I wish we had more behind the scenes footage, but you know, we decided to make a choice to focus on the writing and not worry about the
cameras, just focus. Yeah, like you said, focus. Focus.
We also haven't written Synthwave specifically in a couple years, so it was great to kind of return to that.
I know.
And get, you know, those sounds.
Exactly, and I'm doing more upbeat, and that was really fun to do, and I'm excited to do more.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you haven't streamed the album yet, you know, it's on Spotify. You can check it out on Bandcamp, Apple Music, all that stuff. And if you do check it out, thank you so much. We really appreciate that. Yeah. If you want to support the channel here on YouTube even further, aside from streaming our music, you could also pick up whatever pieces of gear that we use with our affiliate links, because we do get a cut on that. So it does support the channel directly. It's no additional fee for you or anything like that if you use our affiliate links. But yeah, and our choice is to use Zounds. We like Zounds, and we think they're awesome.
Yes.
So that's where we get our gear. But yeah, it's really fun. Looking forward to making more. And I think I mentioned it, but if I didn't, I do have a review on this a couple videos back. So if you do want to get more of a glimpse into the Cobalt 5S, I talk more extensively about it in a previous video. So you can check that out. But that's it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it. A like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff really helps out with the algorithm. But until next time, we'll see you for another one.
Deuces.
Deuces.